Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Taryn and today we're going to be unboxing the Apple Watch Series 10 in jet black. So I'm actually pretty excited to open this. I haven't had a chance to get to this all week with all of the iPhone 16 craze that's been happening, but let's just dive right into it. Also, fun fact, this top-down shot that you're watching right here is being recorded on the iPhone 16 Pro, syncing up to Final Cut Pro on my iPad, which is kind of cool. So the more you know. Okay, let's go ahead and just get this open here. These always seem to just come off very nice and easy. Okay, so Apple included a carbon neutral blue band, navy blue. So excited to try that one out. There it is, Series 10 in jet black. I'm really excited to actually see this in person because it is a lot shinier than previous generations, and it actually might help make the base aluminum model look premium, whereas before, if you really wanted that premium looking watch, you had to get the stainless steel, or in this case, the new titanium shine this year. Guys, I've been dying to open this. I've been so busy. It's like literally so much is going on. So I'm excited to finally get into this. Just get this out of here. All right. So there it is, wrapped up in that case. Oh, so by the way, I forgot to mention, this is the 46 millimeter. So this is the larger version, and we will be comparing to the Apple Watch Ultra 2 in just a moment. Let's go ahead and slide this out nice and neat. Oh yeah. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That is a shiny freaking watch, and it looks pretty big. Wow. This does look a lot nicer in person, I will say that. This is definitely an upgrade. Whoa. And I already dropped it. This is definitely an upgrade from the aluminum from last year. Just look at that. I'll probably bring it closer to the camera here so you guys can see. Wow. In the back, nice and clean. Man, I'm gonna break the frickin' watch before I even open it. And then obviously in here, we got some manuals. And in here, if I actually open this, we get a nice fancy charging coil for the Apple Watch. Just take that out. These always feel really nice. I actually really like the trend of Apple including higher quality USB cables for their products. It does not come with a brick. It has never came with a brick for a long time, but I think a lot of us have a place to put this in our home somewhere anyways. So go ahead and take that out and put that to the side. Just clean up a little bit of the mess here. Let's get the band open. So we got, believe this is a sport loop, hook and loop closure. So this is the sport loop band. I actually used it on the Series 9. So let's see if this one looks any different. Nice. Look at that. So that's the band right there for you guys to go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and put that on the watch itself, and let's get this watch set up. Okay, so right now I'm just going to be pairing the watch. So Apple Watch is paired. Okay, so right now I'm just setting up the Series 10. But wow, this display, just looking at it right now, it looks huge. A lot bigger than what I remember on the Series 9. The setup is almost complete, but I've been sort of admiring this right now. This is a good finish by Apple. Okay, so finally the watch is finally ready to be set up. I can go ahead and hit start. I can skip the watchOS 11 tour, and we're in. So the first thing I actually want to do is actually compare it, like I said, directly to the Apple Watch Ultra 2. And let me actually put on a watch face that has more color on it. So here is what the watch faces look like between the Apple Watch Ultra 2 and the Series 10. So one of the big things Apple said about Series 10 is that it's supposed to have a new wide angle OLED display where if you look at it off axes, it should be more clear. And that actually is the case. So if I do this, the Series 10 to my eyes actually looks more clear than the Ultra 2. So this is real. So really the idea behind it is when you have the watch on, and you know, you don't have to always you can basically look at the watch on an off angle and still get an idea of the time. That's sort of the purpose behind it. Making it feel more like a watch. So one of the new things as well is that when the watch actually dims out, which it will in a second, the clock hand, you'll still be able to see it move because these displays can now go down to, I believe, 1 hertz or LTPO display. I'm not sure what technology is making this happen. I forgot about that in my notes, but regardless, you can actually see the ticking hand move, whereas you couldn't really do that before on the other Apple Watches. I also want to show you guys, if you're curious, what each watch looks like on my wrist, so you can see the Series 10 and the Ultra 2. Ultra 2 obviously is a lot thicker, a lot bulkier than the Series 10, but on the Series 10 you still do get the benefit of a really large display. So I'm actually kind of digging the Series 10 right now, even though I'm pretty much a diehard Apple Watch Ultra user, like through and through. If you notice, so both displays can display the same amount of information. They both have the same amount of apps showing at once. But I wonder if we go into like text messages, compared to the Ultra 2 to the Series 10, it does look like the Ultra 2 still gets a little bit more line of text. I don't know. I actually thought they were supposed to be the same. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but it looks like the Series 10 is showing a little bit less lines of text than the Ultra 2, but it definitely does show more lines of text than the Series 9 and below, because this is actually a larger display. So something else that I wanted to point out that you might notice is I really like on the Series 10 how the display kind of etches out on the side. Like the glass is almost like curving behind the screen, and you kind of get a better idea of it when you look at the screen with color. Look how much more wrapped the yellow is on the Series 10 versus the Ultra, where it just kind of hits like a brick with that big black glass right around there. So it's all taste, right? Like it all just really depends what you're into, but there is no denying that the Series 10 looks freaking sweet. And I might actually use this more than my Ultra, at least temporarily. Obviously, one of the big things about the Ultra is that you are getting better battery life. On the Series 10, we are still going to be getting the same battery life that we've always had on Apple Watches. So it's always been kind of a downfall. But the new thing this year, if I actually kind of double check my notes. So with the Series 10, we are going to be able to go from 0 to 80% charge in just 30 minutes, which is actually really fast. So even though battery life isn't going to be as good as something like the Apple Watch Ultra, we are still going to be getting really good battery life in the sense that this thing charges really fast. So there should really be no problems with it lasting you the whole day. And if you do need to top it up, you only got to put it on the charger for like 30 minutes to get 80%. I'm sure if you only put it on for like 10 or 15 minutes, you would make your way to like 50, 40% right away, which is a lot of juice to get you through the day. Well, so, okay, so weird thing I noticed, this is really cool. So if you actually look at this watch face here, if you kind of go like this, you can kind of see the face is changing depending on how you angle it. This might be due to like the gyroscope on here, or I'm not sure what's doing that, but this is really cool. And again, that wide angle OLED, it works. Like it is, this watch is pretty clear at all different angles, as you can see on camera. And then I also did still want to show you it on my wrist without the Ultra 2, because I think that can be a little bit deceiving sometimes. So this is what the watch looks like just on its own, on my wrist, fully on. On the side view here, you can kind of see if you kind of tilt that way, you can see how thin it is on my wrist. I think it looks sleek. This is a big watch. Like I don't have like large wrist, but I don't think this looks bad. I'm sure someone in the comments is gonna say that this is too big for my wrist, but I always appreciate larger watches From Apple, you just get a lot more information on your screen. Okay, so that's Apple Watch Series 10 for you guys. I just wanted to show you the design and unbox it for you, just have a little bit of a fun video. I think it looks really nice. I think the jet black is gonna be a big hit for a lot of people. Like I'm just keep looking at just this clock watch face. It is so cool, and especially off angle, like this thing with this watch face, perfect match. Full review will be on the way. I'm going to be testing this out and putting it through its paces, letting you know if I think it's worth buying for a lot of people, and also comparing it more in depth to the Apple Watch Ultra 2. But first impressions, this is awesome, and I will probably use this for a while just because it's going to be nice to have a big watch on your wrist, but it'd be half the size of the Ultra, albeit battery life won't be as good. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Comment hashtag I made it if you made it to the end of the video. Subscribe if you're brand new to my channel, and I'll catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.